Hey everyone, it's Deja with Knit and Crochet We're After, and today we are continuing our 2-row repeat series. This is the V-stitch. I am using some worsted weight yarn and a J-hook. I'm going to talk about at the end how you can change up the look of this, so be sure to check that out when we get there. But you can download the stitch pattern in the description. Be sure to like and follow or subscribe or whatever it's called if you like getting free patterns all the time. So let's get started. Okay, so to begin our pattern, we're going to do multiples of 3. I have 18 chains here, so whatever width you want to do, just do a multiple of 3 and you'll be good to go. So we're going to begin by skipping our first 2 chains, and that's kind of what we do throughout. And we're going to work into the 3rd chain, and we're going to do a couple stitches. We're going to do a, if I don't split my yarn, we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to do a chain 1, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than normal, and I'll explain why in a bit. And then we're going to do another single crochet into that stitch. So it's a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then we're going to skip our next 2 chains. Like I said, we're going to be skipping a lot of chains and work into the 3rd one, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to single crochet, we're going to chain 1 a little big, and then single crochet. Again, skip 2, work into that 3rd. We're going to continue this across, and I'll come back at the end of the row so you can see what we do in the last stitch. Spoiler alert, same thing. Okay, here's our last stitch. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. So the next row is basically going to be the one that we repeat. So it's not really a 2-row repeat, even though I call it that. It's really going to be just a 1 row. One thing to note, keep track of how many stitches you're making. So it's kind of like a group of 3, so you can kind of see the little humps. You can be like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That's going to come in handy when you're working your rows, because sometimes, you know, it's kind of jumbled, so it's a little difficult to see sometimes. But we're going to do a chain 1 to start every single row after this, and then we're going to work around our chain 1. So that's why I said make it a little bit bigger. It's a little easier to see. You can kind of pull your single crochets apart. You can also look, because it's that middle of the 3 stitches, so it's right there. We're going to do the same thing that we just did. We're going to single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So we're going to go all the way around the chain, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then we're going to go to our next one. So again, we're in this big hole here. We have a single crochet, and our chain 1 in the middle. Going to work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So we're going to continue that across. Remember, pay attention to how many stitches you've done so that you're not adding anything or losing anything by the end of the row, because it gets a little difficult at the end to go like, where am I supposed to work here? Am I not supposed to work here? So we kind of just keep paying attention. And so here's my last group of 3, working into that middle. This is a good stitch to really learn what your stitches look like, because you have to work in that same spot every time. Otherwise, it's going to look a little funny when you're all done. So again, we're looking for that middle stitch. Here's 1, 2, 3, so that 2 there, and I make that one very big. So I'm going to do a few more rows so you can see what this looks like as a bigger swatch. Okay, here I am at the very last stitch of my swatch that I'm going to do. Same kind of thing. And now you can really see how these line up. And it kind of gives you like the blueprint to follow, because it's right in between those 2 V's of the single crochet below, so you can see how they stack up. So it's a very pretty stitch. I'm using a J with worsted, and you can see that this is a pretty dense swatch. To make it more drapey, always go up in hook size, and that will help you to, it will open it up more, it'll be less stiff. So whenever you have a swatch, you know, when you're just watching, trying stuff out, this is a very thick worsted, so I would go 6.5, maybe even to the 8 if I wanted it really lacy kind of like, but the bigger hook you go, the more drape you're gonna get. So that is the 1 row V-stitch. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow, all that good stuff, to get notified when I release new free patterns. But I am Deja with Knit and Crochet Ever After, and thank you for watching.